In this video, I'll show you what operators are in JavaScript. Specifically, I'll limit the discussion to only two kinds of operators. 1. Arithmetic operators, and 2. Comparison operators. You've already learned about arithmetic operators in the previous videos. Arithmetic operators include the following: the subtraction operator, that is, the minus sign, the multiplication operator, that is, the asterisk sign, the division operator, that is, the / sign. Finally, there's the plus operator, which is actually referred to as two separate operators based on the data type of the values it is used on. If the plus operator is used on values of the number data type, then it's referred to as the addition operator. However, if the plus operator is used on values of the string data type, then it's referred to as the concatenation operator. So, when you speak to another developer, you might say something like, "I'm taking these two strings and I'm concatenating them together." Having the plus sign referred to as either the addition operator or the concatenation operator shouldn't really feel weird. After all, think about how different people refer to you differently. Someone might refer to you by your first name, while someone else might refer to you using your professional qualification, for example, Dr., Mr., etc. So it's not uncommon in the real world, and if it feels a bit weird that the plus operator is named different names in different situations, just think back to the fact that everyone is referred to differently in different situations. Okay, let's now move on to another topic, and that is the comparison operators. Comparison operators are interesting. Just like the mathematical operators, you put a value to the left of a comparison operator and another value to the right of a comparison operator. And that operator compares those two values and gives you a result. To give you an example of a comparison operator, let's discuss a real-world situation. Let's say that a t-shirt costs $20 and that a pair of jeans costs $30. Which one is more expensive? For us, the answer is obvious. Of course, it is a pair of jeans. We can also use JavaScript to find the answer. However, the question will be asked more formally, specifically as follows: 20 is greater than 30. So I type the number 20, then the greater than sign, then the number 30. In plain English, it's as if I'm asking JavaScript to evaluate this claim. The claim is that 20 is greater than 30, and I'm asking JavaScript to evaluate it. Remember from the previous video that evaluation is a process of representing values in as simple a form as possible. That's why when I wrote 2 plus 2, I got back a 4. Because 4 is the simplest way to represent this. So now I'm asking JS to evaluate the claim that 20 is greater than 30. And JavaScript responds with false. Okay, this is new. What is this false thing here? It's not surrounded in single or double quotes, so it's obviously not a string. It's also not a number. It's something different from either a number data type or a string data type. It's another data type of JavaScript referred to as the Boolean data type. Okay, so this Boolean data type can only have two values. It can be false, no quotes around it, or it can be true, still without quotes. So let's now make a statement that's true. Instead of writing 20 is greater than 30 and getting JS to evaluate this to false, let me instead write 30 is greater than 20 and press the Enter key Indeed, JS evaluates this as true. Now, before I go any further with this, let me remind you quickly of what I've taught you about values and data types in JavaScript so far. In this video and the previous ones, you've learned that JavaScript works with values. Each value has a data type. For example, the number data type can have many different values, such as 1, 2, 3, 0, -1, -2, etc. This means that the number data type can have many values. The string data type is any combination of letters, numbers, and special characters surrounded in single or double quotes. This means that the string data type can also have many values. Finally, this new data type you've just learned about is referred to as the Boolean data type, and it can have only two values, true and false. Okay, so that's it for this quick revision on data types. Now let's go back to discussing operators. You've already learned that arithmetic operators work on number values, and they also return number values as the result. You've just now learned that comparison operators work on number values, but they return Boolean values as the result. So, effectively, the result of JavaScript evaluation will depend on the values and operators I give it. If I'm using comparison operators, JavaScript will evaluate what I give it as either true or false. Let me now give you a few additional examples of comparison operators. I can compare two values by checking if the first value is larger than the second value. In other words, for example, 30 is greater than 20. I can also check if the first value is smaller than the second value, using the less than operator. For example, checking if 20 is less than 30. There are also some comparison operators that use more than a single character. For example, I can check if 10 is greater than 10, and I'll get back a false. But I can also check if 10 is greater than or equal to 10, and now I'll get back a true. Similarly, I can check if 10 is less than 10, and again, I'll get back a false. But if I check if 10 is less than or equal to 10, I'll now get back a true. Finally, to check if 10 is equal to 10, I use two equal signs, so 10 double equals 10, and I get back a true. The double equals is referred to as the equality operator. Here's an interesting thing about this operator. If I check if the number 10 is equal to the string of 10 using the double equals operator, JavaScript evaluates this as true. The reason for this is that it's only comparing the values and it doesn't care about the type. If I want to include a type comparison, then I need to use the triple equals operator, that is, the strict equality operator, which then looks as follows. The number 10 is triple equals to the string of 10. This time I'm getting a false as the result of this evaluation, because the strict equality operator is comparing both the value and the data type. The values are matching, they are both 10, but the data types are not matching. The first one is a number and the other one is a string. That's why the strict equality operator evaluates this as false. Before I conclude this video, let me give you, so to say, a sneak preview of what I'll be showing you in the next one. To start this sneak preview, let's go back to comparing the t-shirt and the pair of jeans. I asked JS if 20 is greater than 30 because, like I told you, JS is a lot more formal than, say, a regular person. That's why I had to ask the question more formally. However, there is a way to make it more human-like, in the sense that I can actually ask it to compare a t-shirt and a pair of jeans. So let's try something first. I'll just type t-shirt is greater than jeans. When I press the enter key, I'll get, maybe you've guessed it, an uncaught reference error. T is not defined. Why didn't it report that t-shirt is not defined? Because it's treating this minus sign as the subtraction operator. Okay, so there are many problems with this t-shirt is greater than jeans thing. What exactly those problems are and how to solve them? I'll discuss that in the next video.